when the fear signal has kicked in, all right, it's releasing the neurochemicals, like I said, epinephrine, cortisol, norepinephrine, which is adrenaline. And some of it's good. Too much of it will cause you to fight, to freeze, to flee, run away, or to faint. Those are the four, okay, possible outcomes for the stress response or fear response system when it kicks in. So when that switch is turned on, think of it as a light switch that just turned on in your brain, and then there's a cascade, okay, of neurochemicals that causes a feeling. If you focus on the feeling, then you're gonna think about what you feel, then you're gonna feel what you think about, and you create this self-fulfilling doom loop of neurochemicals being rushed in your body. And if you do that every day, every week, every month, over and over again, you've now just set up a doom loop habit where that fear is going to drive your thoughts and emotions and behaviors or lack thereof. But what I want you to do is recognize the fear calmly. And you do this as soon as you recognize the fear that you can bring up on your own. You do the first inner size, okay? Inner size, exercise for your physical body and your organs, inner size for your neuromuscles, all right? So when you feel fear, be in observation of it like the light comes on in the dash of your car. And then what you do is you take 6 deep breaths, but here's how you do it. In through your nose, out through your mouth like you're blowing out of a straw. So it goes like this, 6 breaths, 10 seconds each. Ready? Deep rhythmic breaths in, up to the lungs. Expand the diaphragm so you get the diaphragm and the lungs expanding. And you breathe out like you're breathing through a straw. So you focus the energy out through the mouth. It causes your brain to actually get oxygenated. And guess why you want that? Well, when we're in a state of fear, we activate, okay, the vagus nerve, which constricts your blood flow. It slows down your heartbeat. It causes shallow breathing. So as soon as you alternate from that fear and stress response system to the calm, from the stress and react system to the calm and respond system, your brain shuts off the fear circuit and activates the left prefrontal cortex. And when you can think, because blood flow goes back there again. So if fear is holding you back, there's nothing wrong with fear, but there just may be a lack of skill of knowing when or what to do. Does this make sense so far? Does this make sense so far? So when you take those 6 deep rhythmic breaths, that is what deactivates that stress response system in the brain and activates the relax and respond. You want to be in a responsive state as much as possible versus a reactive state. One of the, most unbelievable discoveries of the last 100 years is that our brain can create new neural connections, new beliefs, new habits, new perceptions, new neuromuscles and reinforced neuromuscles. And so if you look at the problem, she says, with curiosity and with this approach, she says a lot of people focus on debt and they go, oh my God, look at the debt I'm in. How am I going to get out? Here's the problem. I can't pay this. I can't do this. She goes, now when you sit down and you look at the debt and you write down, you brainstorm how to get out of debt and make more wealth and write down every idea that you can come up with, she goes, you activate the creativity neuromuscle. And the more you practice it, the more you teach yourself, how to focus on the solution instead of the problem, the more you're flipping your neuroplasticity switch, but the more you're flipping on your curiosity, imagination, and creativity circuits. Training your brain is so critical. You can train your brain to be aware, acutely aware of your senses, of what are my sensations? What's my heartbeat doing right now? What's my breathing doing right now? Am I anxious and nervous and stressed? Is my sympathetic nervous system activated? Or am I calm, relaxed, able to think clearly? Can I respond instead of being in this reactive state? When the sympathetic nervous system has kicked in, you're in your flight or fight response mechanism. So you're breathing shallowly, you're tense, your heartbeat's elevated, you might feel like you're sweating a little bit and it's just tense. And parasympathetic is calm, observe, pay attention, be aware, be mindful, choose deliberately versus reactively.
If somebody is unhappy, could you teach yourself to be happy in less than 3 seconds? And the answer is yes, if you chose to.
So control of emotions.
Control of emotions. Yeah. And so when we focus on the core emotions people have of happiness, sadness, shame, disgust, contempt, love, we can learn how to switch between those on any given moment. But most people, what happens, they get caught up in this emotion, energy and motion that's negative or disempowering, and then they think about how they feel, and they feel what they're thinking about, and they keep perpetuating the same pattern, and that's not where it ends. And this is where the problem lays, is if you do that on a regular basis, your brain says, since you're repeating this, let me just make this a habit. And I'll just create that on command for you. So you're in that state more frequently. Let's say you have a goal, okay? Any goal, a financial goal, a travel goal, a net worth goal, have my own blog post or blog and have a tribe follow me goal. And that's your vision and your goal that you've consciously chosen. But then beneath the surface, you feel, am I really worthy of that? Am I really good enough? Am I really smart enough? Do I really deserve that? Anytime you have a vision or a goal that is positive and fun and amazing, but there is a subconscious negative or disempowering pattern like self-esteem, self-worth, or self-image, the negative disempowering pattern wins 98% of the time.
Wow.
So if you think about the positive vision and goal as being the positive, if we have the positive and the negative, we have chaos in the brain. And what we really want to create more of is coherence. So what's coherence? Well, imagine you, if everybody just think about going to your favorite band. Your favorite band's coming to town. All right. And you are so excited because you just love to hear them. But their drummer or their lead vocalist or their guitarist got sick a few days ago and they had to get somebody else to play, tonight when you're going to see them play. And they haven't had a chance to practice together. And this new band member is just not in tune with everybody else. There's going to be chaos. It's like, oh, he's off. The vocals are off, or the piano's off, or the guitar is off. It just doesn't sound right or feel right.
Then the whole thing's off.
It's off. So it's like the experience is like there's no harmony here, right? So when people's vision or goals are out of harmony with their subconscious self-esteem or fears or limiting beliefs, there's chaos and there's too much friction. And in the absence of friction, you have smooth. But when there's friction there, it's just not smooth. It's not in harmony.